game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. The Stallions offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this
turns on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Now this offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. And there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Oh, what a move. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get ahead.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a for fourth down. The Stallions will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Moore will throw. Quick strike complete.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
The Ducks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Set, ready. Wants to go up top. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Moore to the air. Working that left side now. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Going up top again. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oregon! Fit it in the window for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control.
Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice. On
the run from inside his own 5. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Stallions will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Split backs here. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Moore will throw. That's caught. It's Green. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They're going to test the rights. Breaks the tackle. Just gets it to the 28. Pickup of 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Moore to the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Off play action. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Stallions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turning it on! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Stallions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He's at touchdown Ducks. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now this offense will take the field again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He'll do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Stallions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. And the Stallions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This is a designed run. Finishes the run with the slide. The Stallions decide to punt it away. Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Moore will throw. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Casper. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's low. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the
Touchdown, Oregon! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Still on his feet at the 40. He's now up to 64 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. And the Stallions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to pass. It's Grimes. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done. Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Stallions come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And the Stallions will line up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. So now it's second and long. Moore to the air. Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hill. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And it's been a struggle throwing the ball so far. Both secondaries are doing a great job neutralizing the explosive playmakers by shutting down passing windows. They've disrupted the timing and rhythm of these QBs, and unless something changes, we're looking at a low-scoring affair in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Stallions will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall.
Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And the big play starts with the protection up front. This takes a long time to develop. He's going to start all the way on the right side, run all the way across the field, so you got to have protection. He hangs in there, throws the football perfectly. The big play, the big touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield, it's Grimes. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook. And you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against.
He's got it on the outside. Bust through behind his pad. He's into the open down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Stallions.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Quick completion to the right. At the 45 on his way. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And Another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Runs through the tackle. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. And the Stallions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run the screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Stallions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Stallions need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. To the air, it's Grimes. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snatches it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Stallions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Stallions trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage on first down, second and goal from the 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's third and goal and third and long. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, the defenses are scared out of their mind.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And you want to to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Moore will throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Out of the shotgun on third down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to get rid of it.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oregon! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football.
The fake, they flip it to the kicker. And this one's not even going to come close. Man, they threw it in reverse. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this team.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
Man, his sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
Got it behind the line. It's Manning. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The Stallions will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but
It's a fake. Shuffle it to the tight end. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Back to pass, it's Grimes. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Manning.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this.
And it's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
And the Stallions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Stallions are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they
turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. Turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe.
Lofts one high and deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
That's caught. It's Green. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Putting together a nice drive. Couple of first downs in the books. Now 1st and 10 from the 44. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, going to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.